Hey, you! Before you watch this, pause the video and subscribe to SemiPro right now. YouTube, what is crack-a-lackin'? It is Scott from SemiPro here, and today we are going to talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With all the moves that they made this offseason, well, specifically one, the expectations for them have skyrocketed. I am really high on this team, and although I am not a Tom Brady fan personally, actually I really dislike him, I respect the hell out of the guy. He is a pure winner and competitor. Now, you can attribute all of his success to Bill Belichick if you want, and that's fine, but to me, that is just not the case. While Coach Belichick deserves tons of credit for the dynasty in New England, so does Tom Brady. He has been the epitome of excellence for nearly 2 decades now. Average or only plainly system quarterbacks can't do that, no matter the system. He is by no means at the peak of his game in 2020, but I think he is still a big upgrade over Jameis Winston. I am a big Winston fan, but he really hurt the team with his turnovers last season. I know it is basically a meme now, but it really is true. He really hurt them. At this point, Tom Brady probably isn't even the talent that Winston is, but he's going to make this Tampa Bay team a lot better simply with his football IQ. The offense under Arians likely won't be the same deep air raid that it was in 2019, but it is going to take one step back in order to take 2 or 3 steps forward. Brady will bring a certain tranquility and efficiency to an offense that is loaded with playmakers. The way that this offense will run is all speculation at this point, but Arians is a great offensive head coach, and paired with one of the best quarterback minds in football in Tom Brady, I'm sure they will figure out a plan to maximize their potential. Like I said, this team is capital L loaded at the skill positions. Chris Godwin and Mike Evans are probably the best wide receiver duo in the league for starters and will be the best weapons Tom has had in quite some time. And they aren't even just vertical threats. Both are really good route runners that Tom can open up the playbook with. Just these two alone is enough to think this offense is dangerous, but it doesn't even stop there. In my opinion, Tyler Johnson is going to be that third wideout and is going to surprise a lot of people. He's going to fill that slot role and is another speedster who runs crisp routes, and throughout Tom Brady's career, he has loved these type of guys. He won't put up flashy numbers, but he will make a big impact and round out one of the best receiving corps in the league. Tom also has 2 really great tight ends to work with in O.J. Howard and Gronk. O.J. Howard is an athletic pass catcher who didn't put up huge numbers last season, but again, Brady loves tight ends, and Howard has all the ability needed to be an effective one for this team. I envision Gronk playing situationally. I don't think he is able to be a productive guy playing a ton of snaps at this point, but can be a really nice piece for red zone and third down situations. His spark will probably be faded, but I think he has a good amount left in the tank to play a valuable role out of the tight end position for this team. The running game likely won't be the focus of this offense, but I actually like it a lot more than most do. Ronald Jones is going into his 3rd year, so still really fresh, which is maybe the most important thing about a running back these days, and has had his own kind of breakout season last year, rushing for over 4 yards per carry. He doesn't have that one elite skill, but is a great combo back who hits holes and can make big plays. Keyshawn Vaughn will likely see carries too, the rookie out of Vandy, who is a lot like Jones in terms of play style. He wasn't a huge threat with it in college, but I could see him becoming a good receiving back for this offense. That running game, though, will be behind maybe the shakiest part of this offense, the O-line. They drafted Tristan Wirfs, who should be able to step in and play well right away, as I have him as one of my most NFL-ready linemen this season, so that will be a big step up. He will be joined by Marpet, Smith, Jensen, and Kappa likely. The guy who I am most worried about here is Smith, who had a big penalty issue last season. Regardless, the team seems confident in this group as a whole, and I do not think they are as bad as people try to make them out to be. And while they are by no means as good as what Brady had in New England, they should be serviceable, especially with all those weapons around. I love this offense, and if Brady can bring it this season, they could be the most efficient group in the league. The weapons are just all over the damn place here, and I am confident that Arians gets this crew clicking to the best of its ability. The X factor here is just going to be that O-line. I have no doubts in any of the other groups. On defense, I think this team is also better than it gets credit for. They started out last year really rough, but may be able to attribute that to the team starting 6 different rookies. Over the last 6 games of the season, Todd Bowles and his hybrid scheme really started to click, and the Bucs improved a lot, which is really all you can ask for: growth. The entire lineup is back too, which is really key when you want to build on a little bit of success. They actually had the best rushing defense in the league last season, which is going to be key in a division with some really good running games. Ndamukong Suh, Vita Vea, and William Golston make for a really nice front line by themselves, and will be joined by JPP, Shaq Barrett, Levante David, and Devin White as linebackers. That is a really nice group. Very underrated. The front of this defense, though, isn't where the concern lies. Sean Murphy-Bunting, Carl Davis III, and Jamel Dean make a corner trio that has a lot of promise but isn't proven. They very well could take that next step this season, but we just don't know, especially when they have to guard Michael Thomas and Julio Jones 4 games a year. The corner trio will join safeties Jordan Whitehead and Andrew Adams, as well as rookie Antoine Winfield, who I envision playing a sizable role this season. I am high on this team, but much like the Dallas Cowboys, who I did my last breakdown on, it's a shit ton of talent that just hasn't proven that they can win yet. Brady will have a lot to say about that, but I would be kidding myself, my subscribers, and Bucs fans if I sat here and told you guys that this team was a lock to be elite, although I do think they will be. I trust Tom Brady as much as anybody and think this offense will be amongst the top in the league. If they can meet expectations, all the defense has to do is hold up, and I think that is exactly what they are. I don't have a definite win range for this team because it is just a lot of new right now with the Tom Brady edition, but I will say that this is a 7-win team last season, with 6 of their losses being by 1 possession, and a quarterback who threw 30 interceptions and an underachieving defense. All of those areas should improve this season, and I think they have the potential to be amongst the top teams in the NFL again. Again, this offense is just scary. But like I said, we just don't really know for sure, so I can't lock this team as one of the elites yet. But I sure think that I am going to be able to do so shortly after the season starts. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. It's daily sports content, it's all really dope, it's all well made, it's all honest, and it is all bias free. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and enjoy the rest of your day.